ونستغفره ونؤمن به ونتوكل عليه ونعوذ بالله من شرور أنفسنا ومن سيئات أعمالنا من يهده الله فلا مضل له ومن يضلل فلا هادي له ونشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له ونشهد أن سيدنا ومولانا محمد عبده ورسوله صلی اللہ تبارک و تعالی علیہ وعلى آلہ واصحابہ وبارک وسلم تسلیما کثیرا کثیرا اما بعد قال رسول اللہ صلی اللہ علیہ وسلم اشراف امتی حملۃ القرآن واصحاب اللیل وقال علیہ السلام من قرأ القرآن قبل أن يحتلم فقد أوتي الحكم صبيا رواه ابن مردويه والبيهقي عن ابن عباس وقال عليه السلام من قرأ القرآن وهو فتي السن خلطه الله بلحمه ودمه صدق الله مولانا العظيم وقال عليه السلام أدبوا أولادكم على 3 خصال حب نبيكم وحب أهل بيته وقراءة القرآن فإن حملة القرآن في ظل الله يوم لا ظل إلا ظله مع أنبيائه وأصفيائه صدق رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم. درود شریف پڑھ لیں ایک مرتبہ. اللہم صلی علی سیدنا محمد وعلی آل سیدنا محمد کما صلیت علی سیدنا ابراہیم وعلی آل سیدنا ابراہیم انک حمید مجید. اللہم بارک علی سیدنا محمد وعلی آل سیدنا محمد کما بارکت علی سیدنا ابراہیم وعلی آل سیدنا ابراہیم انک حمید مجید. Respected elders, brothers, friends, for the past few days we've been talking about Quran Sharif. Yesterday we talked about Hifz of Quran Pak. It is farz-e kifaya to make our children Hafiz of Quran. Some more ahadith about making small children Hafiz. Nabi Kareem sallallahu alayhi wasallam said, whoever is given Quran before becoming baligh, then he has been given hukm while he is a child. Hukm means hikmat, wisdom. So a nabaligh child becoming hafiz has been given wisdom by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. In another riwayat, he is reported to have said, whoever learns Quran while he is kamsin of young age, khalatahu Allahu bilahmihi wa damihi. Allah will mix the Quran with his flesh and his blood. So small children should be made hafiz. The sooner the better. Because in Arabic they say, al-hifzu fi sighar kan naqshi fil hajar. It's not a hadith, but it says hifz in young age is like naqsh in a stone. Something is engraved in a stone, it will remain there forever. Medina Munawwara, on the outskirts of it, on the mountains, there are some things which have been engraved inside the stone, and they are there. Even now you go on Mount Uhud, you may be able to see them. So it is like that, it is so strong, the hifz of sighar and bachpan and young age. So we should try and make our children connected to Quran since the very young age. In one riwayat, Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, "Addibu ala awladakum ala 3 khisal." Train your children upon 3 things. Hubb nabiyyikum, love of your prophet. وَحُبِّ أَهْلِ بَيْتِهِ, love of the family of the Prophet. And وقراءة القرآن and tilawat of Quran. فإن حملة القرآن في ظل الله يوم القيامة يوم لا ظل إلا ظله. Those who carry the Quran, حملة حامل Quran. Hamilul Quran will be in the shade of Allah on the day of Qiyamah, when there will be no shade but the shade of Allah. They will be with the Anbiya and the Asfiya, the chosen servants of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Imagine your child, if he was to die at young age but he was Hafiz, then on the day he will be standing with Anbiya and Awliya. So, Nabi Kareem sallallahu alayhi wa sallam said, do their tarbiyat upon these three things. Hubbun Nabi sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. We should talk about Nabi sallallahu alayhi wa sallam and his awsaf, his shama'il, his akhlaq, aadat, his sunnats in our homes with the kids, so they start loving our Prophet sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. We should, rather than putting songs on, put nice naats and nasheeds on, so they listen to the naats and they love the naat sharif, and they listen to the naat and develop the love of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam in their hearts. And hubbi ahli baytihi, talk about these family members, Hazrat Fatima, Hazrat Ali, Hazrat Hassan, Hazrat Hussein, Hazrat Aisha, Hazrat Hafsa, Hazrat Salama, Hazrat Zainab, all his wives, family members. Talk about his family members, Banu Hashim, Abdullah ibn Abbas radiyallahu anhuma, and others from Banu Hashim. So talk about them, their generosity, their kindness, their behavior, their good akhlaq, their love for the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. And this will bring good akhlaq in your kids as well. And the third thing is Quran Sharif. Make sure they read Quran properly. If not as Hafiz, then at least they know how to read Nazara properly. They go to Maktab, they learn Tajweed properly. Sad state of affairs, because of COVID-19, Masajid Makatib are closed at the moment. But Alhamdulillah, many Asatiza are working their socks off from their homes and trying their best to keep the education going. Many Ustads of Hifz, even in Ramzan, they're spending 3 hours, 4 hours on the kids, listening to them. So, keep them attached to the Quran. This will keep them on track, inshallah. Nabi Kareem sallallahu alayhi wasallam also said in the hadith, which we read in the khutbah, Ashrafu ummati hamalatul Quran wa ashabul layl, Rawahu Tabrani and Ibn Abbas. The noble men of my ummah are those who carry the Quran and the men of the darkness of night, who stand in front of Allah at night. They are the sharif and nobles of my ummah. And when will you stand for long hours in front of Allah in the darkness of night? When you are a hafiz. So the huffaz, the carriers of Quran, are the nobles in my ummah. May Allah increase their nobility. Alhamdulillah, during this episode of COVID-19, one of the good things to happen is that the huffaz are leading Taraweeh in homes. I was on phone call to one of my friends in Scotland. I said, what happened about Taraweeh? Alhamdulillah, my son is Hafiz and is leading 20 rakats Taraweeh with Quran. He would not have got chance to lead somewhere in masjid. He is graduate, he is 25 years old. And mashallah, he's got degree as well, he's working as well. He might not have got a chance to lead somewhere, but at home, he's leading his parents and his siblings. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala preserve the Quran in his heart for as long as he lives. May Allah reward them for their efforts. So when you have Hafiz in your house, at this moment of time, you realize the value of the Hafiz in your home. So they are called Ashrafu Ummati, the nobles among my ummah. Alhamdulillah, we have been blessed with this, that we make our children Hafiz. May Allah keep that blessing over us. This is barakat of our mashayikh, our akabir. Like Hazrat Qari Tayyib Sahib Rahmatullah alayhi said, These Gujarati people, wherever they go, they have two things with them: achar, papad, chutney, kadhi khichdi, and masjid madrasa. Maulana Tariq Jamil Saab also praised us when he said that wherever I've been around the world, but these people, they've always worried about their kids. They got someone who is who knows how to read the Quran, even if he's not Hafiz Alim, but they put their kids with him, teach them Quran, how to read Quran. So Alhamdulillah, may Allah keep this blessing with us and keep our masajid and madaris and makatib and darul ulooms open. May Allah protect them and provide for them. Yesterday, we promised to talk a little bit about how to strengthen our hafiza memory. Many people say, Moli Sahab, आज छोकरो हिफज क्लास में चालतो નથી યાદ નહીં કરતો ભૂલી જાય બધું આગળ ચોડ ને આખર દોડ ને પાછળ ચોડ આગે દોડ ના he is running ahead but behind he is forgetting everything. So something to strengthen his memory. Well, like we said with regards to Quranic a'mal, Quran is cure for ruhani and jismani. Same over here. Ruhani and jismani, we have both cures. We will mention the jismani cures first. Jismani cures is lots of badam, pista, kaju, akhrot, almonds, pistachios, nuts, walnuts. They are really good for the brain. They have a certain type of oil in them, and that benefits our brain. You see, the shape of the walnut is like the shape of the brain. So Allah Pak is ajib. You know, carrot is tomato is red and it benefits the blood cells. And you see many things like that in the vegetables and fruits. Someone sent some video that look at all the shapes and they benefit that part of the body. So this walnut, its shape is like a brain and it helps the brain. It benefits the memory. So keep lots of nuts in your house and let your kids enjoy those nuts. Especially if they are becoming hafiz, make sure they eat some badam, good quality badam, almonds every day. I heard from some hukama that it's, put 7 almonds in water at night. In the morning, they will become soft, peel the skin off, and chew them properly in the morning. Eat them, but chewing them properly. Make them really, really faint, and then swallow them. This every day, 7. If the child is young, very small, then 5. Otherwise, 7. And this will help on a regular basis. It will help the memory. 7 badams in water at night. The skin should be peeled off because the skin causes constipation. So you take the skin off, they won't get constipated. And the white fruit, you tell them to chew it properly, one by one, not all at once. And inshallah, it will benefit the brain and enhance their memory. And pista, akhrot, etc. Also, the Hakims give khamire, gauzban, ambari, jawahar ala. It's very good for the brain. If you can get that from somewhere, eat, half spoon, 1 spoon in the morning while you, still before breakfast, then it is very good for the memory. In the Chinese medicine, I think there is ginkgo biloba. They say that's very good for the brain, memory. So you can try that out. So there are various things that can help the memory. Ask the doctors, medical professions, they also take something. Those who are graduates studying PhD, master's degree, they take things to protect themselves. So take something. Ilaj is masnoon, it's allowed to take something. So this is from the jismani side. nuts are beneficial, khamira, maybe some other medicine. Then from the Ruhani side, before mentioning any amaliyat, we will mention what Imam Shafi'i Rahmatullah alayhi said. Imam Shafi'i Rahmatullah alayhi's ustad was Waki' ibn al-Jarrah. He was a student of Imam Abu Hanifa Rahmatullahi alayhi. And he had a very sharp memory. One of his students said that I never saw him taking a book in his hand. He knew everything in his memory. Whenever we asked him for a reference, he would give it from his memory. His memory was like computer chip. So Imam Shafi'i Rahmatullah alayhi says, I related to my ustad Waki' ibn al-Jarrah the weakness of my memory. شكوت إلى وكيع سوء حفظي فأوصاني إلى ترك المعاصي وأرشدني بأن العلم نور ونور الله لا يعطى لعاصي. He told me to give up all sins. And he said, ilm is nur of Allah, and nur of Allah is not given to a disobedient person. What is the conclusion? To enhance the memory, we have to give up all forms of sins. Make sure your child is dutiful, pious, neek, salih, namazi, 5 times namazi, doesn't watch movies, films, doesn't have bad company, bad friends, going out all the time, here and there, eating out, take out, restaurant. Don't let any haram food enter the house. Don't let any haram income come in the house. No interest money, no gambling money, no haram money, and no haram meat or chicken or chocolate or ice cream or mashkook ice cream with gelatin or whatever. Be very particular about these things because they do affect our spirituality, our ruhaniyat. They affect the heart, and Quran goes into the heart. So if the heart is polluted, it's like a saucepan, which a pot which already has dirt in it. If you made tea in the saucepan and it's still dirty, it's not cleaned, and you put some milk in there, that milk will get dirty as well. So if the heart is dirty, then whatever goes in there will get dirty as well. It won't retain it, it won't keep it there. So you need to keep the heart clean. Children do have a clean heart. It's up to us to keep that heart clean and protect it from pollution. This is what Ruhani Ilaj Imam Shafi'i was told. In spite of the fact that Imam Shafi'i's memory was also ajib. At the age of 14, Imam Shafi'i Rahmatullahi alayhi had acquired so much knowledge that he had sat down to give fatwas. In Masjid-e-Haram, elders with white beard used to sit in his majlis and they would ask him questions. And he traveled to Medina Munawwara to study by Imam Malik Rahmatullah alayhi. And before he traveled, he memorized the whole Muwatta of Imam Malik. When he went there, Imam Malik Rahmatullah alayhi did not pay much attention, seeing his youth and young age. So Imam Shafi noticed that. He sat in the majlis, and Imam Malik's majlis was of adab and respect. So he sat in the majlis. When he saw that Imam Malik is not paying attention, so he said, Hazrat, can I read from Muwatta? And he said, go on. And Imam Shafi Rahmatullah started reading from his memory. And Imam Malik was shocked. You know the Muwatta by heart? Yes, I know the Muwatta by heart. And now Imam Malik's Rahmatullah is full attention towards him now. So he stayed with Imam Malik and benefited from him. And then he went to Kufa with the permission of Imam Malik and benefited from Imam Muhammad ibn Hassan al-Shaybani. And then he returned to Medina Munawwara. Makkah Mukarramah. And moved on to Egypt later on in his life. So Hazrat Imam Shafi'i Rahmatullah alayhi's memory was amazing. But this share says that even he said that I think it should be more sharper. And he asked Waqi ibn al-Jarrah, and Waqi ibn al-Jarrah rahmatullah alayhi said, don't sin. And which is the greatest sin which harms the memory the most? Badnazri, evil staring, gaze. And this happens in schools. If the child makes a habit of staring at girls, messing around with girls, that weakens the memory. And then he will struggle to memorize the Quran. This is why in this day and age, I feel the sooner the kids memorize the Quran, the better. Because once they get to that GCSE stage, then they struggle. Then they say, oh, I've got too much work on me, I can't do my door, I can't do this, I can't do that. And then they just leave it. If then they've done 15, 20 siparas, gone, finished, they can't complete it. So what you need to do is before they get to that stage, make them hafiz quickly. And make sure they've done their door, and then they will retain it, inshallah. Nazar-e-bad affects it. Hazrat Junaid Baghdadi rahmatullahi alayhi, he once saw this person staring at an amrad. Amrad means a young boy without beard. So he noticed that there is evil in this stare. So Hazrat Junaid Baghdadi rebuked him. Oi, what are you doing? And he said, I am observing the qudrat of Allah. How beautiful Allah has made this child. And Junaid Baghdadi says, astaghfirullah. Because of this bad action of yours, you will forget your Quran. And it happened after some years, he forgot his Quran altogether. He could not retain it. So when this happens to someone who had become Hafiz, imagine someone who is becoming Hafiz, how much will affect his memory. This is why make sure they don't watch TV at home. We say when you sit in Hafiz class, you're not allowed to watch TV. Go to sleep early, 8 o'clock. Wake up early, 6 o'clock. Learn Quran. Maulana Ahmed Ali Sahab of Ashrafiyah Masjid, mashallah, his Hafiz class is very well known. Once he mentioned that when his son sat down for Hifz, he used to put him to sleep early and wake him up 6 o'clock in the morning. And he used to sit down with him and learn with him. And his words are, I felt that I was becoming Hafiz again. I had to work so hard on him that it was like I was becoming Hafiz myself again. But when he worked on him, alhamdulillah, I became very good Hafiz, mashallah. So you have to keep them under control. No TV. Control on TV. Mobile. This is the greatest fitna of this day and age. Try your best not to give mobile to your kid. Don't let him have his own mobile or her own mobile. You don't need it. Nobody needs it. You go back 10 years, 15 years, 20 years, who had mobiles? Even the elder seniors didn't have anything like that gadget. And how did schools run then? If there was an emergency at school, what did they do? School had telephone, schools would phone home, and school would, send messages, whatever. So it's nothing essential. We've made it essential for us. Otherwise, in reality, it's not essential. So try your best not to give them. But if they feel left out and you need to give them, then create taqwa, parhezgari, piety in them. Make sure they are parhezgar, muttaqi, God-fearing. They have control over themselves. Self-control is necessary. Because if there is no self-control, you can't regulate their viewing. You can't be on top of them all the time. Because if you are too much strict on them, they will find their way out. No matter what you do, whatever you put on their mobile, they will find a way out to do whatever they want. Therefore, if you need to give them, but always be friendly with them. Sit down with them, talk to them, explain to them, too much is no good, don't watch anything dirty on it, don't do anything silly. And time to time, take their phone from their hands, check what's inside, what they've been doing, what are their messages, what are their videos, what are they viewing. So that way they will have, they will be alert that my mom, my dad could check my phone anytime. And make sure they don't waste too much time on internet, on games, on entertainment. Too much entertainment is no good for youngsters. It's a waste of time. Especially games which create bad habits within the young ones, like the Sin City, Grand Theft Auto, and recently Fortnite. We gave a lecture about Fortnite some time ago. I mentioned in there that there are some pros and cons. The pros are that it's free, there's no gambling in there, there's no bleeding, just fighting, bit of entertainment, easier to play online, so you can interact with friends and be more sociable. Keeps you away from other bad habits like drugs and also from dirty money. These are the pros. However, there are plenty of cons to it. It's very addictive, it's very fast. It keeps you on the go all the time, keeps you moving. When you want to purchase premium characters, you have to pay money. So it's not free. You want to purchase characters, you have to pay for it. Last year, they made 4 billion profits. And this year, they were going to on course to making more. One young boy used to play Fortnite. He needed to purchase characters. Now those characters are just artificial. Uniform, helmet, looks. It doesn't help in the game. It's just to make good looks, background, and things like that. He used to take his parents' credit card and purchase things on there, and he had a £2,000 debt on there. So these games are not free in total. They do charge you, and somehow they have their ways to take money out of your pockets. Secondly, they said that there's no blood in there. No blood, but there is a lot of violence in there. Lot of violence. It normalizes violence. Then one could go around to threaten others or even harm them because your mentality becomes violent. You're always fighting, shooting. You know, when these games started 10 years ago, 15 years ago, 20 years ago in Nokia, they used to have them, snakes and these types of games. And then games came which they were two-dimensional. And you should just shoot and you'll get points. But now the games are three-dimensional. They look like real human beings. And you are shooting at real human beings. And then the points, if you hit them on the thigh or on the arms or on the shins, you don't get too many points. But if you blow their brains out, then you get points. So you have to make every attempt to shoot on their face. So imagine that game is teaching you to shoot on the face of the other person. Now, if that keeps coming in, that message is drummed in, one day you're going to get a gun and go and shoot people. This is why shootings take place in US, because every house has a gun. So the youngster takes the gun, goes in school, shoots. And what happened in New Zealand in the masjid, Jummah time, a person is hyped up, comes with a gun, he's a soldier, he has gun in his house, he comes and 53 people dead. So these games do make you violent. So make sure your children don't play these types of games. And then there's lots of music on the background. While you're playing and you've got those headphones on, there's music, constant music, and that affects your mind and brain. Then the music is addictive. Same music over and over again, and you get addicted to it. And then even when you're doing something else, walking around, going shopping, in school, sitting in lesson, that music is playing in your mind. and you're jumping up and down, up and down. So this is the harm. People who are on games are less sociable, no real friends. They only have internet friends. But reality outside, if you go to them, there is really doom and gloom. They don't want to interact with anyone. The social distance might be a blessing for them because they don't want to interact with their grandparents and relatives anyway. So the social distance of 2 meters is a good blessing. They might want to have it forever. There's no real interaction between these people who are must on the internet and the games. Then they meet random people online. You can hear the other people's voices through the earpiece because there are other people playing with them. They don't know who they're playing with. So random people, who knows who they are? Male, female, gender mixing. Well, things can lead from one thing to another. Then there's lots of swearing in there. Lots of dances in the game. It affects the health, body, especially the hands and arthritis. Because you stay on there too much, always playing. It affects your fingers. And then there's time wasting in there. This person, lost his wife because of Fortnite. Because he used to come home 6 o'clock, jaldi khaya, और उसके बाद game. And late at night he's on the game. He stopped going to the masjid, stopped praying namaz, and always on Fortnite. Then characters on the game are women, and they are scantily dressed. We just said about Badnazri. Then affects the studies, teachers complaining, kids getting bad results, exam, ranking lowering. The exams are not as strict and hard as they were. They have been softened in order to let more people pass. And then degrees being given out to those who don't deserve it, who don't know anything, and degrees are given to them and they go out and affect the society. So there is a lot of things going on behind the scenes in these games. If you want your son to become hafiz, make sure he doesn't play computer games. Tell him, if you want to become hafiz, you have to be serious. During your hifz, you can't play computer games. No TV, no computer games. You need to be mad about your hifz. Quran, nothing but the Quran. Your Quran should be in your blood, in your flesh. Always Quran. When I became a hafiz as well, alhamdulillah, I used to go in Dewsbury, Hatfield School, middle school, and then Westborough High School. And I remember in those days we used to get Qari Abdul Basid's cassettes. We used to listen to them at home. And in school, even at lunchtime and at a free time, between periods, kids would be playing outside. I would be sitting in the cloakroom and praying Quran like Qari Basid, copying him. Because Quran was in us. And when Salana Imtihan came final year, I used to skive off in the last lesson. Because sports, 2:30 to 3:30, and rugby, I used to hate rugby. There's too much bullying and pushing and shoving and beating in rugby, and you get dirty as well. All clothes get dirty. So we used to just run off from school. They weren't as strict as they are now. Gates and all this. We used to just run off and come straight home, change clothes, straight into Savile Grove Masjid, the old Markaz. It was empty, upstairs, reading Quran. We had to read 5 siparas to my father every day. With 5 o'clock till 7:30, we had to do door of 5 siparas because exam was coming. So we used to run off from school, learn the siparas. By 5 o'clock, when my father comes, 5 siparas are ready. And me and Maulana Imtiaz Sahab, we would be sitting on one side, reading to one another, and the other boys coming and going. But from 5 till 7:30, continuous reading to Maulana Imtiaz, he reading to me and in front of my father. So you have to have Quran in your heart and mind. You should be mad about it. Then you become Hafiz very quickly. So the other thing was Ruhani Amal is to protect them from all forms of sins. Jismani was Badam, Pista, Khurut, Khamira. Ruhani, number one was keep them safe from sins. Create taqwa in them. And with regards to Amal, one Amal I read over here in Tuhfai Huffaz, that you write Surah Alam Nashrah with Za'fran on a white plate of glass. Alam Nashrah laka sadrak wa wada'na anka wizrak alladhi anqadha zahrak wa rafa'na laka zikrak fa inna ma'al usri yusra inna ma'al usri yusra fa idha faraqta fansab wa ila rabbika farghab. And then wash that with water in the morning before eating anything, and put that water in some glass or cup and let the child drink it.
ceramic plate.
हाँ
ceramic plate.
हाँ सेरामिक प्लेट, कांच की प्लेट होनी चाहिए, कागज की नहीं, disposable नहीं, कांच ceramic plate, white plate without any design or anything on there, normal white simple plate, and put some little bit of saffron in water, leave it for a few minutes and it will get orangish, and then take either a toothpick or maybe earbud or something, and with the toothpick write Surah Alam Nashrah like a sadra. Okay? And do this for 41 days. Every morning give him to drink, and inshallah this Alam Nashrah's barakat, it will improve his memory. He'll start learning Quran easily, inshallah. Also, the amal of Hazrat Ali Karramallahu Wajhahu, it's long. They have to make your child memorize 4 surahs first. Yasin, Dukhan, Alif Lam Mim Sidda, Surah Mulk. And then on Friday night, tell them to pray 4 rakats tahajjud and pray these 4 surahs in every rakat. And then there's dua, Allahumma arhamni bi tarkil ma'asi. It's in Fadail A'mal, Fadail Quran as well. It's at the back of the 13line Quran as well. Tell them to read that dua. Do this for 3 nights, 5 nights, 7 nights. Friday nights. 3 Friday nights, 5 Friday nights, 7 Friday nights. The night before Friday. And inshallah, this will sharpen their memory. Hazrat Ali tested it out. He benefited. He said, before I could only manage 4 ayats, but after this amal I could learn 40 ayats at a time. Ahadith. It sharpened the memory. So there are certain a'mal which can help in memories, sharpening it. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala keep our children's memories and brains strong, especially those who are becoming hafiz. May Allah protect them from TV, computer games, whatever. And those who are becoming hafiz, may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala help them with their hifz. Bayan is finished. Yesterday, alhamdulillah, over here, we had a fundraiser, and we've not totaled it yet, but inshallah we made good pledges, alhamdulillah. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala make all the pledges easy for those who have pledged, and may Allah help us in removing this qazay hasana and repaying it quickly, and may Allah reward all those who took part. Today as well, with the 1 minute left, I want to make pledge for, request and appeal for our Tayyiba Masjid, which is under construction. The land, their steel work is up, alhamdulillah, but they need to complete it. So for that, we need to help as much as we can. We all know the hadith, hear it time and again. Man bana lillahi masjidan, banallahu lahu baytan fil jannah. Whoever builds a masjid, Allah will build a palace for him in Jannah. So it's guaranteed. Something which is guaranteed. You will get it, definitely get it. It is yours if you help in the construction of masjid. And Muhaddithin say, it does not mean you have to build a full masjid and give the whole expenses. If someone was a millionaire and did that, then that is beautiful. But if someone was to give according to his own ability, whatever amount, man or woman, young or old, male or female, everybody, for everybody, a palace will be made in Jannah by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So, Tayyibah Masjid, spend it on a good option, especially those in that area. Also, those listening around the world, wherever they are, on Facebook, on YouTube, on Mixler, and on other channels. If you hear this message, help out Tayyibah Masjid as much as you can. I'm giving you some details over here. It's BCIS New Land Fund, sort code 161218, and account number 10214734. So sort code is 161218, and account number, to make it easy, 10214734. 10 21 47 34। इंडिया में इसी तरह नंबर याद रखते हैं, 10 21 47 34। सो ये नंबर याद रखने के लिए बहुत अच्छा है, इजी है। 10 21 47 34, and sort code is 161218. So if you want to contact, then the president Saab there is Rashid Muhammad Saab. His number is here as well, 07828 589484. Any inquiries can be made for him. So help the Yawa Masjid project. Make du'as. We constantly make du'as. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala help in the completion of the huge task they have ahead of them. It's very nice. I've seen the plans, with Hazrat. They came to Hazrat as well. And very nice big masjid. And I think 21 classrooms or something like that, and very nice, beautiful layout. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala make the completion easy for them. And inshallah it will happen. Like our Zakaria Masjid. Zakaria Masjid was left like that for maybe 30 years. But when work started, Alhamdulillah, Allah Pak helped, and 3 million pounds where they came from, Allah knows. So Allah's work, only Allah does it. Help as much as you can. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give you the tawfiq and ability to help in the construction of Tayyibah Masjid, and also in all good causes around the world, wherever they are. May Allah reward you in full. We will read Quran Sharif for a little bit, 10 minutes, and then make dua, inshallah. الرحمن الرحيم وشيستخدمه بسمعه ومصدر المريض ومن تحت الثرى من دجل ولمن ومسوى فالله لا إله إلا هو الرسول المصنع وما الحمد الخير على الله الحزب وتقنيا النار لعلي يهدي منها بقاسنا وجد عنا إلى ما كان به مستقيم إلى بالوصلان عليه إلى بالجمال المقدس القوى وأنا أخذ واستمع بما يوحى إنني الله لا إله إلا هو وقل اسمع ولا يصدنك عنها من لا يؤمن بها وتوهمه وما من جاء مزارعه وصلاه وكما لے لو لے درود شریف پڑھ لیں. سبحانك اللهم وبحمدك نشهد ان لا اله الا انت نستغفرك ونتوب اليك. اللهم لك الحمد كله ولك الشكر كله ولك الملك كله بيدك الخير كله واليك يرجع الامر كله لا نحصي ثناء عليك انت كما اثنيت على نفسك. اللهم صل وسلم وبارك على سيدنا محمد وعلى ال سيدنا محمد عبدك ورسولك النبي الامي نبي الرحمه كما تحب وترضى عدد ما تحب وترضى كل ما ذكره الذاكرون وكل ما غفل عن ذكره الغافلون. اللهم ربنا آتنا في الدنيا حسنة وفي الآخرة حسنة وقنا عذاب النار. رب اغفر وارحم وأنت خير الراحمين. لا إله إلا أنت سبحانك إنا كنا من الظالمين. لا إله إلا الله الحليم الكريم. سبحان الله رب العرش العظيم. الحمد لله رب العالمين. نسألك موجبات رحمتك وعزائم مغفرتك والغنيمة من كل بر والسلامة من كل إثم. لا تدع لنا ذنبا إلا غفرته ولا هما إلا فرجته ولا كربا إلا نفسته ولا ضرا إلا كشفته ولا مريضا إلا شفيته ولا حاجة هي لك رضا إلا قضيتها ويسرتها برحمتك يا أرحم الراحمين. لا إله إلا الله الحليم الكريم. لا إله إلا الله رب السماوات ورب الأرض ورب العرش الكريم. لا إله إلا الله الحليم العظيم. اللهم لا سهل إلا ما جعلته سهلا فسهل يا إلهي كل صعب بحرمة سيد الأبرار سهل. اللهم اطوف بنا في تيسير كل عسير فإن تيسير كل عسير عليك يسير یا ارحم الراحمین. محض اپنے فضل اور کرم سے ہم سب کی مغفرت فرما دیجیے. پوری امت کی مغفرت فرما دیجیے. پوری امت کے ساتھ رحم اور کرم کا معاملہ فرما دیجیے. پوری امت پر اے اللہ پوری امت کے لیے ہدایت کے دروازے کھول دیجیے. پوری امت کے لیے خیر کے فیصلے فرمائیے. یا اللہ بے شک ہم بہت گنہگار ہیں خطا کار ہیں. یا اللہ ہم نے بہت آپ کو ستایا بہت آپ کو تکلیف دی بہت آپ کے احکام توڑے لیکن ہم اقراری مجرم ہیں. یا اللہ ہم آپ سے معافی مانگتے ہیں ہاتھ جوڑ کر معافی مانگتے ہیں. یا اللہ اپنے پچھلے گناہوں پر شرمندہ ہیں. یا اللہ اپنی غلطیوں پر نادامت سے یا اللہ آنسو بہانے کی کوشش کر رہے ہیں. پروردگار عالم ہمیں معاف کر دیجیے معاف کر دیجیے معاف کر دیجیے. مغفرت کا مہینہ چل رہا ہے مغفرت کا عشرہ چل رہا ہے. یا اللہ اپنی مغفرت عمومی سے یا اللہ ہم کو محروم نہ فرمائیے. ہم سب کو اپنی رحمت خاصہ کا بھرپور حصہ نصیب فرمائیے. پوری مغفرت فرما دیجیے. اللہ جو غلطیاں ہم سے ہو گئی سب معاف کر دیجیے. جو گناہ جان بوجھ کر ہوئے وہ بھی معاف کر دیجیے. گناہوں سے ہمارے قلوب کو پاک اور صاف اور کلین فرما دیجیے. اللہ گناہوں کے پولوشن سے اور فرق سے اور ڈرٹ سے ہمارے دلوں کو کلین کر دیجیے صاف کر دیجیے پیور کر دیجیے. یا اللہ پیوریفائی کر دیجیے کلین کروا دیجیے. پروردگار عالم ہماری سب ضرورتیں پوری فرمائیے. پروردگار عالم گھروں پر ماں بہنوں کی بھی مغفرت فرمائیے. ہمارے ماں باپ کی مغفرت فرمائیے. مرحومین کی مغفرت فرمائیے. ہمارے رشتہ داروں کی مغفرت فرمائیے. ہمارے اڑوس پڑوس والے نیبرز کی مغفرت فرمائیے. ہماری اس بستی کے تمام مسلمانوں کی مغفرت فرمائیے. دنیا بھر کے تمام مسلمانوں کی مغفرت فرمائیے. رحم کرم کا معاملہ فرمائیے. پروردگار عالم آپ کی مہربانی سے اس وقت ٹوٹی پھوٹی جو باتیں کہیں ان کو قبول فرمائیے. اللہ قرآن پاک کے متعلق جو باتیں عرض کی ان کو بھی قبول فرمائیے. آپ کا احسان آپ کی مہربانی آپ نے جو بلوایا اس کو دل میں بٹھائیے. یا اللہ ہمارے جوان لڑکے لڑکیاں جو حفظ کر رہے ہیں یا حفظ کا شوق رکھتے ہیں یا اللہ ان کے لیے حفظ آسان فرمائیے. یا اللہ ان کے سینوں میں قرآن کو محفوظ فرما دیجیے. ان کے اس شوق کو ان کے لیے مبارک فرمائیے. یا اللہ شیطان کے شر سے ان کی حفاظت فرمائیے. نفسانی وسوسوں سے ان کی حفاظت فرمائیے. اور یا اللہ ہر قسم کے یا اللہ ایکسٹرنل انٹرنل یا اللہ رکاوٹوں سے ان کی حفاظت فرمائیے. یا اللہ رکاوٹ ڈالنے والوں سے حفاظت حفاظت فرمائیے، انہیں قرآن کا شوق نصیب فرمائیے، قرآن کا عشق نصیب فرمائیے، قرآن کی محبت اور قرآن کا شغف عطا فرمائیے، اور یا اللہ ان کے سینوں میں قرآن کو محفوظ فرما دیجیے، ان کے لیے ان کا حفظ آسان فرما دیجیے، ان کی مدد فرمائیے، ان کا ذہن کھول دیجیے، جنہوں نے دعا کرنے کے لیے کہا، جو لکھا چاہتے ہیں، میسج کیا اپنے بچوں کے لیے، یا اللہ جنہوں نے ہماری کچھ امداد بھی کی اور یا اللہ ڈونیشن بھی دیا اور دعا کے لیے بھی کہا، یا اللہ سب کی ضرورتیں پوری فرمائیے، سب کے بچوں کو قرآن پاک کی حفاظت کے لیے قبول فرمائیے۔ آپ نے ہمیں جو اتنی اچھی نعمت، اتنی بڑی نعمت قرآن پاک کی حفاظت کی عطا فرمائی ہے، اس نعمت کو ہمارے درمیان جاری اور ساری رکھیے، اس نعمت کو ہم سے چھین نہ دیجیے، یا اللہ ہمارے ذہن کو یا اللہ ناچ گانوں کی طرف جانے سے محفوظ فرمائیے، ہمارے جوان لڑکوں لڑکیوں کو گانے اور ڈینسنگ سے محفوظ فرمائیے، یا اللہ مووی اور فلم سے بچائیے، یا اللہ گیم سے بچائیے، اور یا اللہ گندی گیموں سے بچائیے، اور گندی خطرناک گیموں سے، اخلاق بگاڑنے والی گیموں سے حفاظت فرمائیے، اخلاق کو درست کرنے کی توفیق عطا فرمائیے، یا اللہ ہماری نوجوان نسلوں پر رحم فرمائیے، یا اللہ نوجوان نسلوں پر رحم فرمائیے، ان کے دین ایمان کی حفاظت فرمائیے، فسق و فجور سے بچائیے، شراب سے بچائیے، ڈرگز سے بچائیے، زنا سے بچائیے، روادت سے بچائیے، اور یا اللہ ہر قسم کی بے شرمی سے بچائیے، یا اللہ ہر قسم کی بے حیائی کی حرکتوں سے لڑکوں کی بھی حفاظت فرمائیے، لڑکیوں کی بھی حفاظت فرمائیے، لڑکیوں کو صحیح معنی میں حجاب کرنے کی توفیق عطا فرمائیے، اللہ اپنا جسم چھپانے کی توفیق عطا فرمائیے، اپنے جسم کو ڈسپلے کرنے سے حفاظت فرمائیے، دوسروں کے سامنے دکھانے کا شوق جو دل میں پیدا ہوتا ہے اس سے حفاظت فرمائیے، ان شیطانی وسوسوں سے ہماری معصوم بچیوں کی حفاظت فرمائیے، ان پر رحم فرمائیے، یا اللہ ان پر رحم فرمائیے، ان پر رحم فرمائیے، ہمارے گھروں میں نماز والا ماحول پیدا فرمائیے، رمضان میں بھی نماز پڑھنے کی توفیق عطا فرمائیے، رمضان بعد بھی نماز کو جاری رکھنے کی توفیق عطا فرمائیے، اور یا اللہ ہماری مساجد کو جلدی کھلوا دیجیے، مساجد کو جلدی کھلوا دیجیے، پرائم منسٹر صاحب نے آج جو اناؤنسمنٹ کیا ہے، یا اللہ باہر گھومنے کو کہا ہے تو اب مسجد میں آنے کو بھی آسان فرما دیجیے، مساجد میں بھی سیف ڈسٹنسنگ کے ساتھ نماز پڑھنے کی توفیق بھی عطا فرمائیے، اور نماز کا دروازہ کھول دیجیے، مسجد کا دروازہ کھلوا دیجیے، مسجد کمیٹی والوں کو ہمت نصیب فرمائیے، یا اللہ کووڈ 19 کا خوف جو گھس گئے اس کو نکال دیجیے، یا اللہ اس خوف کو نکال دیجیے، یا اللہ اس خوف کو نکال دیجیے، اور یا اللہ آپ کی مرضی کے بغیر کچھ نہیں ہوتا، بیماری خود نہیں پھیلتی ہے، آپ چاہیں تو ہی لگتی ہے، آپ کی مرضی نہ ہو تو مجال ہے کہ کوئی بیماری لگے، یا اللہ یہ یقین ہمیں نصیب فرمائیے، پختہ یقین عطا فرمائیے، اور ہماری مساجد کو کھلوا دیجیے، یا اللہ مساجد میں آ کر آخری عشرے میں اعتکاف کرنے، شب قدر ڈھونڈنے ہمارے کی توفیق بھی عطا فرمائیے، آسان بھی فرمائیے، عید کی نماز بھی ہم کو نصیب فرمائیے، اور یا اللہ ہم پر رحم فرمائیے، اور یا اللہ ہم نے اس وقت طیبہ مسجد کے لیے اپیل کی ہے، طیبہ مسجد کی تعمیر میں آسانی فرمائیے، عافیت کے ساتھ اس کو جلد از جلد مکمل فرمائیے، بلیک برن روڈ پر ایک بہترین لینڈ مارک قائم کرا دیجیے، اور یا اللہ جو حضرات اس کے لیے کوشش کر رہے ہیں، کمیٹی والے حضرات اور بھی یا اللہ رضاکار حضرات، ان کی ساری محنتوں کو قبول فرمائیے، اور یا اللہ ان کو جزائے خیر عطا فرمائیے، ان کی بھاگ دوڑ کا ایک ایک منٹ کا ان کو بہترین بدلہ عطا فرمائیے، جنہوں نے اب تک اس میں امداد کی حصہ لیا ان سب کو جزائے خیر عطا فرمائیے، جو امداد کرنے والے انتقال کر گئے چلے گئے ان کے لیے ان کی امداد کو ذخیرہ آخرت و ذریعہ نجات بنائیے، ان کی قبر میں ان کو سکون عطا فرمائیے، ان پر رحم فرمائیے، اور یا اللہ جلدی سے یہاں مسجد کھڑی کرا کر ہم کو اس میں نماز پڑھنا نصیب فرمائیے، ہماری زندگی میں ہم کو اس کو نماز نصیب فرمائیے، اور اس میں یا اللہ ہماری سب ضرورتیں پوری فرمائیے، بہترین مسجد بھی، مدرسہ بھی، اسکول بھی قائم کرا دیجیے، اور ان کے نیک عزائم میں برکتیں نصیب فرمائیے، اور یا اللہ تمام مساجد کی حفاظت فرمائیے، حرمین شریفین، مسجد اقصی اور دنیا بھر کی ہر مسجد کی حفاظت فرمائیے، مسجد کے تقدس اور عظمت کو ہمارے دلوں میں بٹھائیے، اور مسجد کا احترام اور ادب ہم کو نصیب فرمائیے، مسجد کی محبت عطا فرمائیے، مسجد میں آ کر 27 گنا نماز پڑھنے کا جو ثواب ہے وہ جلدی ہم کو نصیب فرمائیے، اور اس ثواب کو جلدی ہماری کمیونٹی کے لیے جاری کرا دیجیے، اور مسجد میں آنے کی توفیق بھی عطا فرمائیے، مسجد سے محبت بھی عطا فرمائیے، مسجد پرہیزگاروں کا گھر ہے، پرہیزگاری ہم کو نصیب فرمائیے، اور مسجد میں آ کر عبادت کرنے کی توفیق عطا فرمائیے، ہماری ٹوٹی دعائیں سن لیجیے، حاضرین مجلس شرکائے دعا میں سے جس کی دل میں جتنے بھی جائز مقاصد ہیں، نیک دلی تمنا ہے، ان میں کامیابی عطا فرمائیے، ہر خیر سے مالا مال فرمائیے، ہر شر سے بچائیے، ربنا تقبل منا انك انت السميع العليم وتب علينا انك انت التواب الرحيم. صلی اللہم وسلم علی سیدنا محمد وعلى اله وصحبه اجمعین برحمتک.